right. Well, she's still pregnant. Who knows if when you're seeing this video, she'll still be pregnant. But for today, she is. And so is Rosebud. But I'm going to take you in here so you can see these little babies real quick. And then I'm going to actually take you and we're going to walk around the garden. We're going to see what the snow did to the poor garden this year. How you doing, Mama? Happy, healthy babies. All is well. Little silver one, who still doesn't have a name, is all good. They're so cute. Hey, Mama. Everybody's nursing well. Mom's doing good. Good job, Mama. Okay, so I told you, I think what our plan is since Cape is still waiting, I mean, she tends to have her babies on a full moon and that's supposed to be in like 2 or 3 days. So, maybe she'll wait till then, but I'm going to leave her and her babies in that stall for now. And then when Cape gets ready to have her babies, then I will move her into the kidding stall and I will move Birdie and her babies out here. I think that's going to be the best solution. The weather, it's really nice today, actually. It wasn't supposed to be like this. It's making me want to do some work, but I think I'm going to give my back one more day. It's been not very happy with me. So we're going to go over to the garden and we're going to do our first walkthrough for the season together. I did walk through when there was quite a lot of snow on the ground, but now it's time. Let's go take a look. All right, so I'm so excited. This is a strawberry bed. That's a strawberry bed. This is the kitchen garden. It's the raised bed garden. We put these raised beds in last year. I will leave the video at the end for you guys to check out if you want to see us building the raised bed, see all the details there are about these. I am really excited because this year we just get to plant directly in them. We don't have to build them. That was a lot of work. I will be topping up these beds for sure. Some of these strawberries, I see our beds have kind of shrunk down a bit. I expected that. These actually were built with Hugel style. All right, so really wonderfully, not very much damage happened in here. I did have the cats get in, and you can see they've kind of made some messes here. I have some perennial vegetables tucked in this garden. I was really hoping that all the things that I had planted in the fall in these were gonna make it, but again, the cats. So that is gonna be something I'm gonna be trying to figure out, is how to keep the cats out of our heat areas because they're just destroying everything. I just found something. Look, it's our first violet, or I guess this is probably a pansy. That's so exciting. The kids are gonna be really excited. Pansies are awesome. If you guys haven't planted pansies, or violets also work. There's also wild violets. All of them are edible, so long as you don't get the ones that are from, you know, your typical Home Depot or Lowe's or nursery. You have to ask, has it been sprayed? Because you don't want to be consuming sprayed flowers. But these ones, we plant them. We usually just let them overwinter, and they're pretty wonderful. I just found a patch back here that I forgot I planted, or should I say threw back here, of irises. That should be really pretty this year. So let's kind of take, this is by no means going to be a full walkthrough. We still have snow, but I just want to kind of take you guys through and show you a few of the things that have happened, including the worst thing. So stay tuned to the end of the video. I'll save it for last. I already went out there and checked it out, and honestly, it makes me really sad. So hang out with me until the end. Okay, so this is our fedge. It's a food hedge. It means it's a hedge that's meant to keep all kinds of stuff out, and hopefully at some point we'll replace this fence. But we are waiting on our trees or bushes to grow a bit taller before that will happen, certainly. And yeah, we've got a long way to go, but that's okay. This stuff grows fairly quickly. We had so much snow, so heavy and so wet. A lot of our stuff got damaged. I'm gonna have to do some serious pruning out here, so that's kind of sad. This is a yastaberry here, and it actually did a lot better than I thought. When I was looking at it from the house, I really thought that this was just gonna be just busted everywhere. I do see some broken things. I will do some pruning videos with you guys here real soon. Probably be coming out in the next week or so, because we're gonna be losing our pruning time really quickly. In fact, I'm gonna have to get out here maybe tomorrow, because I can already see some pretty major bud swelling on that. It's amazing. Still a bunch of snow, like 6 inches in some areas, even a foot in some areas out in the woods, and already have buds coming up on some of this stuff. This is Honeyberry Hill, and it looks like the same thing. I actually, like I said, I haven't been out here since the snow's been off this stuff. I thought there was going to be a significant amount of damage here, and there's not as bad. That's great. That makes me really happy. So I will come through. The honeyberries don't really need to be pruned a huge amount. I will show you something that I already had to prune. This apple tree here, the entire main trunk. Actually, I can show you this much of my tree. I don't know if it was the dog, if it was the snow, if it was a combination, but like, that's not good stuff to leave on your trees. So I went ahead and cut it off. There's still some damage, but I'm hoping it will heal, and we're just gonna have to make this be like the new leader. So I basically just cleaned this up, and I'm just gonna let it do its thing. So I'm gonna take you around. This is, like I said, we're in the kitchen garden right now. Here's where it's at. I'm gonna take you on the other side and show you what's happening in the big garden. Let's take a quick pit stop here. This is the cellar garden. This is the area that we use to grow large amounts of the same type of crop. It's located right in the middle of the garden. That way we get the benefit of all the surrounding ecosystem, and I can do a little bit less in this area and focus on major production. So over there where the black tarps are, we have already laid the straw down on the entire garden this year. This is the old goat bedding. It's the deep litter from the whole winter. So it's about a year old. Obviously some of it's older than other parts of it because it's from the ground up. Sorry, just watching my goats be weird. You never know what goats are gonna do. So anyway, so we laid that down to cover the whole thing this year. And then I went ahead and put wood chips on the path because wood chips do not compact very easily. And then on top of that, we've laid our black agriculture fabric. Now, I really love that for heating up the soil. We'll be planting beans over there, and we'll be planting all kinds of things in this garden. And I'll take you guys along for more of that here as the season progresses. But for now, I just wanted you to get a quick picture of what we're doing because I have a feeling our weather is going to suddenly shift. And so I'm trying to work as much as I possibly can during the nice times. And it's very hard to film out here. It's been really windy and just kind of nasty out, to be honest. So that's why I'm out here right now, taking this opportunity to come through here. Now, I have not been in this garden when there's no snow. The snow just melted. So within like the last few days, and the weather's just been terrible, and we've been dealing with goats. So I'm going to show you a very fresh look at this garden. This is what it looks like. It's trashed. Okay. So this happens every year. That's okay with me. I'm going to take you along for every part of the process of how I take this garden from winter destruction to beauty in one season. All right, so this actually, we're going to be taking this area back. This got a bit overgrown with, you can see lots of grass in here, and that's all right. I expected that, and we've known we need to come in here and redo some stuff, but it's looking pretty rough. That's the greenhouse there, and that area back there isn't going to be so bad because that's where I started taking it back. I just had to shift my focus to the kitchen garden last year, and so we'll be working on getting this whole area in the center of the yard just looking beautiful this year. That's the plan. So you can see lots of wood chips. We haven't had any chickens get in here, but I've noticed a lot of disturbed areas. It could have been from the dogs, to be honest. All right, so let's walk this way. You can see all this. That's okay. I'm gonna cut all this down. We're gonna pull it all up here real soon, within probably a week or two. Eventually this will be a pond, I promise. We'll cut all this stuff out of here, clean up our paths and our walkways. You can't even hardly tell there's gravel under here. Look at these poor blueberries. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're gonna be coming through here and really cleaning this stuff up. So that bed in the back, this bed in the middle, and this bed here are generally used for growing herbs and flowers, as well as a lot of vegetables. Now I've decided that with the new kitchen garden and the cellar garden we have over here, and these beds back behind me, I just can't keep up on all of this with the rate of growth of the creeping grass we deal with and the voles just eating everything. And so in order to save myself some work, I've decided I'm converting these 3 beds right here. This one already is an herb garden, and that's fine, that can stay. But the great big middle bed, as well as this bed here, I am going to go ahead and convert those to perennial berry patches. It will be better. The voles usually leave those alone, so there'll be very little maintenance that will be required for them. And then the other bed, I already converted it last year to a permanent flower bed because it's just too much for me to handle. So this is no problem. We can come in here, we're going to clean this up. It's not going to be a big deal. This bed we prepped last year, so it's already done. It's ready to be planted in. That bed just needs a little bit of compost on it. And this bed is already ready as well because it's left over from the potatoes. So we have all of the goat bedding that was used last year. It's mostly broken down now. So we'll just kind of even it all up and call it good. We'll be planting brassicas in this bed, potatoes in this bed, and squash in that bed. I'm really, really excited. And if I get all that done and all that done, my reward will be working on that section there. That used to be a shade garden, and we pulled these 2 great big pines out of there, and immediately these weeds and the grass just sprung up and went crazy. So what was originally very beautiful and under pretty easy maintenance rapidly became a huge problem. Are you ready? Did you hang out with me until the very end of this video? Are you ready to see? Makes me so sad. I don't even want to show you guys. It's so sad. So a couple years ago, I dug out all the grass, deep mulched my raspberry patch as heavy as I could, and then I pruned it really heavy the following year so that this year my kids would be able to enjoy a massive raspberry harvest. There is absolutely nothing you can do to plan for an Idaho winter. Unfortunately, you just have to just roll with the punches and you get what you get. Some years, like this year, you get all your snow at once and then it stays cold and the snow just sticks around and you get more and it melts and it's just very, very heavy. Other years, like last year, you get no snow. Sometimes it can be very cold and you end up losing plants because they have no snow to insulate them. So this year was one of the years where we just got a lot of really wet, really heavy snow. It was a little warm. And my poor raspberry patch is completely leveled. There is a few plants out here. I mean, compared to how many I normally have, there are a few plants. Now, there is hope. It's all right. it means that we're not going to get a very big raspberry harvest this year, which is what I was hoping for. At least likely. I doubt we're going to come back really well from this. So I'm going to have to go back through this whole patch, clean it all out again, get all the dead bits out, all the broken off bits, cut everything back that I can, and hope for the best. Next year, we'll just have to hope that it's a better year than this year. So the wonderful news about raspberries is they will resprout from the ground. They will grow new canes, which will fruit next year, and even better the year after that. But unfortunately, this is the cost of living in an environment like ours. All right, you guys, that pretty much wraps things up. There are certainly plenty of other things I could show you today, but that's a rough overview on what is going on in the garden. My plan is to get things cleaned up out here, pull out the weeds that, or the, dead laying down sticks and whatnot that I can. And we'll be starting in the kitchen garden and working our way all the way around. A couple of years ago, I realized that the damage that had been done by our chickens, the voles, and the creeping grass was too much to get on top of in just one season. And so we decided to work our way from the kitchen garden all the way through to this garden and take it back. I don't give up that easily, and I love my garden, and I am so excited to show you all the beautiful things that we have planned for this year. I am so excited to share it with you. If you are local, I'm excited to share starts with you, and if you're not local, I'm excited to do mini walkthroughs with you on YouTube. So thank you. I hope you stay tuned for the whole garden season. I hope you're enjoying our content here. If you are, please give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel before you go. We'll see you guys in the next one.